Hello, everyone.
Hello.
The messages for Lightworkers, episode 137.
137.
Oh, with my beautiful co-host Marina of Heart Center Tarot. Please
Hi,
go
everyone.
subscribe. Absolutely sign up for every class she has. Get all the readings. Fabulous, fabulous. You will never regret it, and you will be completely changed and transformed.
Oh, thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Val. And I say the same thing about Val. And I think I said in one of our past shows that, yeah, if you sign up for one of Val's classes and you walk away going, didn't get anything out of it, whatever, then you get in touch with Val and she's going to get in touch with me and I am going to give you a free 1 hour reading.
Now that's a very, you have yourself on the line for that.
Yes, absolutely. Because I know that you're going to walk away going, that was amazing. So believe me, I'm not gambling with anything that I think I'm going to lose. And who's going to get the benefit out of all of it? You are. So
Yeah.
make sure that you
go
do
for Marina's courses. You are going to be completely changed after taking, especially her 30-day course.
Yes.
That is Achieving Union is really a foundational shift in your life that you will never look at yourself the same way again. It really is. 30 days changes you on that program. So please go and sign up for that if you haven't already, and the other classes. And so
and the course starts tomorrow, August 1st.
Yeah.
It is self-directed, so you get to decide when it's going to fit into your schedule rather than trying to fit into mine. Every single day you get a short video message from me with some exercises that I want you to concentrate on and do during the day or when they fit into your schedule.
Yeah.
And we do gather once a week so that we can talk about progress and so on, answer any questions. And very often there are things that, someone else might have a question about that you're thinking about, you just don't know how to phrase it. So
exactly. And that always helps in groups like that.
Yes.
All the people that share, thank goodness for your sharing, because it really does help everyone else formulate, oh yeah, that's what my problem is, or my block, or whatever is happening. And now you really, it informs you, and it's very helpful. So everyone, thank you for those who share. And even sharing here in Messages for Lightworkers, it's so helpful to everyone. When you are in any of these classes, there's so much, even if you're in Achieving Union and you're working on your own for 30 days, you're still part of the group energy.
Yes.
Everyone who is in that group. Yes. So you are building momentum, building energy together as a group, just like a circle. So imagine, and then you meet every week. So there's powerful, powerful changes and work that happens from your guides and angels and within you from your stepping forward into that. So it's extremely powerful.
So exactly.
Give yourself that gift.
Totally. You won't regret it. And honestly, I have had people who have said that the course was life-changing.
It is life-changing. Because you can't, after 30 days of doing something like this, where you are focusing on this, even if it's 5 or 15 minutes a day, you will be shifted. You will be shifted and changed forever.
Absolutely.
I just love the power of that.
Me too. And thank you to all of you who have joined us and want to share in the messages that we have received from Spirit, and we are more than glad to share those with you. And I will just remind you that we don't have questions. during the chat, because these are messages that our guides, our better angels, want us to share with you. So, sometimes if you have a question, listen, because the answer might be in the message itself.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And thank you, Allie, for saying both you ladies look marvelous.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And I'm just going to one more add. Go to marinasheartcentertarot.com and look at that beautiful website.
Please.
Then while you're there, shop around. You might buy a gift card for someone who has not yet had a reading or taken a class, and they might be dipping their toes into something that will shift them forever if they are so inclined to use that gift card in that way. So please check out everything, or get your own reading.
Absolutely.
There's so many good things to choose from.
Absolutely.
Classes, not just the Achieving Union. There's changing the tape. There's the thing about the family members,
setting boundaries.
Setting boundaries. Who doesn't need that, huh?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So,
go ahead, Marina.
No, and I was going to say, and at the same time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you check out Val's dragonflycrystals.store and see what she has on offer. And like I said, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed.
Thank you, Marina. I just want to say there's still time to sign up for the psychic mediumship class. It is on Saturday. Allie from Heart and Soul Connected and I do this mediumship class. It's three Saturdays in a row, and you don't have to have any experience. Just come, because you will be connecting. That's all I can say.
Just bring your curiosity, and
yes, and also there is one more. That is the 8/8 Lionsgate. I'm having the Trinity of Divine Embodiment activations, and really it is about the Eye of Horus activation. That's the first week. It awakens your spiritual sight, your inner vision, to be the seer. And the second class is the Codex of the Divine Matrix Restoration, and it restores your original soul blueprint. And the third activation is the Eye of Ra, to ignite your inner solar light and personal power, your radiant self. It ignites your radiant self, so that as you move through this world, you're coming from that light. So very powerful from my Arcturian guides. You can sign up for that at dragonflycrystals.store. So I encourage you to do that.
And it's a 1 hour, folks.
Yes, it's a one-time. This isn't something I could sit through. They're going to be bringing in all this activation frequency. You can really one time for this. This is definitely one time. So check that out if you want on dragonflycrystals.store. And I'm very thankful for my Arcturian guides that bring all this in. They are amazing and very high frequency. So
absolutely.
And today I got a very interesting thing from my guides about inclusivity.
Yes.
Being inclusive, and how many ways you can look at that. And now we're going to start that off with Marina. So,
yes.
And yours doesn't mean that you got inclusivity, but it always matches.
It always matches. It always matches. So thank you to all of you that are here. Hello, Val.
Yeah.
So as I was searching for, and most of you know, Val and I get together a few minutes before the show starts, and we share the messages that we have received from our spirit guides and angels on what we should talk about, on what we should share with you. They haven't failed us yet. 137 episodes, and they have not failed us yet. So I decided, as I was thinking about different things, I was guided to pick up my Animal Elders Oracle, and I thought, all right, perfect. I will ask the Animal Elders what it is that they wanted to share with us, because they will always come up with a message. And what I started off with was the Elder Otters, and it said, play with joy. Play with joy. I thought, all right, okay, that's, being joyful, being playful and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
wonderful. The next card that I got was Elder Crane, and it said, hold the vision. I then got Elder Bee, work with purpose. And then I got Elder Salmon, keep going. And I will draw your attention to the fact that 3 of these cards, the Elder Otter, the Elder Bee, and the Elder Salmon, are groups. They are groups. The only one that is a single message on the card, or a single entity, image, whatever, is the crane. And the crane is flying very high. It's not only seeing what is, in front of it at the moment, it has that bigger perspective, right? To see things from a higher perspective. And what I got from these was, do things in your life, make yourself part of a community that is going to support your joy, that is going to allow you to play with joy, to experience things, to learn things while you are in the community of other people.
Absolutely.
Enjoy that that union with others. Keep going forward. Have people in your life that are part of you, that are going to share in your passions, in the things that are important to you. And then never forget that you are the one that is in charge. You are the one who can see the higher perspective of things. Do those things that are going to make you happy and progress you forward. So while you're part of that community, be careful about, going along, and you want to live in integrity, right? You want to have that joy. You want to have that, working for a purpose where everyone is kind of moving towards a single goal. And just remember that there are times when you might have to review that. And it's okay to make changes. It's okay to say, you know what? I am part of this wonderful community, and it has benefited me in so many different ways that, I am now ready to move towards something else. I'm now ready to take all my gifts, everything that I've learned, into another community to share with them. And that's okay. That is absolutely okay. So I thought that was a wonderful message. And it totally goes with yours.
It goes perfectly and beautifully, because there's so many ways you can look at inclusivity from so many different angles in your own personal life. What am I including? And they started out with the word exclusivity. So my guides were giving me that. They wanted me to see, what is it that you're excluding from your life that you might want to include?
Yes.
And it's in the groups. Like Marina and I we have our own memberships. We have groups. We have groups of people. How are we inclusive? And are we inclusive? Yes, we are. But it is about what goes on inside of our groups and all the things, all the dynamics of groups getting together, plus the inclusivity of you in your own life. Inclusivity can be a subject that you had put out here because you thought, oh, I'll never do that. That's not even interesting. But then it keeps coming in front of you. Like maybe it's shamanism. Who knows? But it's something that you're getting in front of you because maybe your guides and angels think that you're going to be fantastic at it, and it's on your life plan path. It could be anything like that. Something you never thought of, right, Marina? Something you
absolutely
you didn't give it any thought, but you never, it was just those kind of things. Start including some of those things in your life and people. And I'm not telling you to include people that are abusive or anything like that. No. They wouldn't be resonating with you, and it wouldn't be a comfortable match. I'm talking about those groups where you feel like you're with like-minded people and you're all going towards the same goals together. And it can help to be in groups for that reason. But also, this is something that I am kind of dealing with on my own because of my grid, my Nancy Jean grid, allowance, to allow, to be an allowance. It goes really hand in hand with inclusivity of whatever you need in your life. Include it and do it. Maybe you thought to yourself, oh, I'll never take that kind of a workshop, like a writer's workshop or whatever.
Yes.
And it keeps coming in front of you, and one came in front of you and it was free. Just do it. It was free. It's in front of you. It's absolutely that kind of thing. It could be that simple. It can be that simple.
Absolutely.
Anything that you kind of like, give it a try. You might be surprised,
Exactly. And it's not difficult. It's not hard. And I just want to address Delphi Ross said, I really want to get your class. I have the money, but not the brain for the tech to get there. I'll tell you something, Delphi. If you're here, if you're able to join a chat, that's all you need.
That's all you
need. There isn't a whole lot of production or whatnot. If you can click on a link,
that's it.
That's it.
It's a click on a link.
Yes.
That is how simple it is.
Yes.
The only caveat to that is you need to be heard and you need to hear. So depending on the device you're using, whether it's your iPhone or your laptop, that is the only difference. But you can easily, email Marina or email me if you want. I'll help you figure that out, whether it's Marina's classes you want to take or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a real quick, thing. You can, and once you get a link, you can explore and see how you click on that link, whether it's Zoom or whatever, and you can see how that works for you and how easy that is. Then you can make sure you have sound and you can hear, because they have little tests and you can see if it works. So it's not that hard. Don't let that stop.
No, exactly. Exactly. It is not, believe me, it is not rocket science.
No.
And trust me, there's a lot of things that I am still learning that, thank goodness Val is patient enough to share that with me. Yes. And Ember says, yeah, it was much easier than I anticipated.
Yeah, that's exactly right. A mic, a computer, a mic, and a video cam and internet connection. It isn't rocket science, and this is 2025. We all need to get up to speed on this, and this seems to be the way of the future. We aren't going to get on a plane and fly to Europe when we can all get on a call together. They call this call a call. I go, what? It's not a call, but I guess, people are stuck on that terminology. I think of it as video conferencing, things like that. But anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. If you have ever FaceTimed with anyone, if you're able to know that they're, one of your favorite readers or whatnot is on, and you can click on that link to get there, that's it. You're done. You've done it.
You got it.
Thank you, Heavenly Blessed, honey. So glad. Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
So one of Marina's accurate messages, and I can vouch for that. So, that was wonderful. And, so inclusivity, there's so many things about it, and they're just saying, be present. And why is that? To pay attention to all the things that you might want to include in your life. You have to actually see it in front of you. Don't be in that daydreamy kind of autopilot mode. Be in this now moment where you smell the air, where you look up and see the light of the day, and you see the bugs flying around or the bees or whatever. And this is about finding clarity in the moment. And you notice there's like a third eye there with angel wings.
Yes.
And they're also saying spend time in nature and let the beauty of nature refresh your soul. And what is that about inclusivity? I mean, inclusivity, everything, nature, just being here on Mother Earth, include everything in your being. You are a part of that. And also breathe it all in. Practice breath work today. And what does that do? That connects you. That sacred breath connects you to your higher light. It can, not that you aren't that, you are that, but it actually sensitizes you to that God source that you are. There's no other way to say it other than it is like the sacred breath. You take the 3 breaths and suddenly you feel that light inside of you. And you can take it steps further by bringing golden white light in your crown. And, you will feel that coming down. They're telling you to connect with eternity within. Let yourself be held by love. So that is your own sacred place in your heart, that beautiful gateway to everything. That's what you are. And let love guide you. Choose to see the good in the world today. And that's about your choosing inclusivity. Make that your key word, inclusivity, for everything that you can possibly include. And then it says, run wild. Let your inner child play. Let it run wild.
Yes.
That is exactly one of the messages that Marina got as well, because being joyful and playful and enjoying the energy is that very thing that inclusivity brings forth, that beautiful community joy, all of it. So,
and it is hard to be depressed when you're in joy.
Yeah.
Right? You can't be depressed if you're like in a dog park and you're surrounded by those beautiful animals and you share in their passion, in their love. It's hard to be depressed.
It's hard when you see those wagging little tails and that those happy. They're wagging so hard, their little butts are moving back. You can't. Who can stand that? That's so cute.
Yeah. Spending time with young children, watching them play in a park, watching them as they are exploring their world. And so that's joy. All of that is joy. And guess what? It's all free. It's all free. It doesn't cost anything.
It's free. It's free, everyone.
Yes.
And joy is free. Yes. Visiting a park is free. Well, in most instances. And
yes,
if you're a senior citizen, it is.
Yes.
In the United States. Yeah. So I have to say, everything is a blessing in disguise. Finally, yes. I just want to say, remember that everything is a blessing in disguise. So even if things happen, when I'm talking about inclusivity, even if things happen in your life, like somebody cuts you off on the road or whatever it may be, just realize that maybe they just slowed you down a minute so that you didn't get into an accident later. Who knows? I mean, who knows? Or maybe your interaction about them coming that close to you is you had energy you exchanged. Who knows what that is? But remember, the way forward is open. And and have no fear, the more open and inclusive you are about those things that are maybe you haven't tried before, maybe you haven't thought about, but are positive things for you in your life that can help you move forward in a better way, but you don't know it yet because you haven't given it a chance.
Yes.
You don't know why you need to take that shaman course. You can't even figure it out, but you haven't dipped your toes into it and tried.
Yep.
And it's like the psychic mediumship class. Why would I want a psychic mediumship class? I'm not going to read anyone. What's going on here?
Yes.
You know what? It's telling your guides and angels, I'm open to hear and see and develop that area. And I'm moving forward with all of my gifts. That's what it says. Yes. And so I think it's really important to realize every step you take, even if it's a step that you're saying, oh, I'll never use this in the future, who cares? You're sending a message to the universe. I am willing to learn more. I am willing to open up. I am moving to open up. I am calling this forward for my highest good in the highest timeline. That's what you're saying by moving, by taking that step.
Excuse me.
So don't hesitate.
That's true.
My final card is the Golden Solar Dragon. I mean, this is a gorgeous card. Helps you stand out with your masculine power with wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated to become an inspired leader. And that's why they say you're divine feminine within, or divine masculine within, because that is that take charge, go out into the world. We all have the divine feminine and masculine within us, and keeping that balanced and where we still have our compassion and our receiving feminine energy that is compassionate, but we do need our masculine side to go out into the world and lead. Absolutely. In that balanced way where you still have your compassion and it all works together. And so that's a perfect card for this in moving forward in your life in a way in which you can bring forth everything you've dreamt of, but in a balanced way. Allowing and inclusivity, pretty big keywords to remember. Test yourself and kind of challenge yourself. What can I include that I haven't included before? Where have I limited myself? You can think of it that way.
Absolutely. The male energy is going to protect you. The female energy is going to nourish and support you.
Yes, absolutely. So
one cannot exist without the other.
Exactly. So it's a beautiful thing that you have working with you in that balance. So being determined and taking a step So you don't want to take any more shaman classes after the one. That's great, but you already took that.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's fantastic. That is a step in the right direction, no matter what, in terms of say you wanted to learn how to knit and you've always wanted to, but for some reason online you can't get it, but you want to do it in person. Join a sewing circle, whatever they call them, a knitting circle.
Yes.
Say you want to do quilts and you want to understand how to craft quilts, join a quilting circle. It could be about anything. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be the esoteric, but I'm going to tell you, community is what's involved in every one of these things I've talked about. And so,
exactly. If it brings you joy, try it.
Yes.
Try it. You'll never regret the things that you did because they brought you joy.
Yes, absolutely. Right? Absolutely.
Yeah. And Val, I want to mention to you, when you mentioned about someone cutting you off in traffic, and maybe there was somebody
cut you off.
My son and I decided that we were going to go out for dinner the other night, and of course he's my car, but he's driving because I like to be chauffeured around.
Of course.
Of course.
My husband always chauffeurs me.
Yes, totally. And as we're going, I noticed that the car on the left side of us was just getting a little close. And from, kind of looking straight ahead, I just kind of felt that. And I said, Chris, look out on this side. And as I did that, and of course, most of you know it's been raining here forever and ever. We've had, this is day 3 of sun. Oh,
wow. Woo, like a miracle.
Like a miracle. But as I said that and I turned to him, there was a beautiful rainbow that I would not have spotted because I was looking ahead. It wasn't ahead, it was over to the left. And I'm getting shivers just thinking. It was stunningly beautiful.
Oh my God. That's almost like it's just hilarious that you were going to look and say something about that, but it's, lo and behold.
Yes. Look at the rainbow. And he said, well, I noticed it on the way home from the dog park. And it was quite vibrant. And, it was almost like a double rainbow. And by the time that I saw it, it was just a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was, I totally forgot about
of course,
the car and what was going to happen. It was just like, what beautiful colors. Here it is. It's overcast. It's been raining, but here's something.
It's almost like a metaphor for what we were talking about, because it's seeing it at the same time you're just about to comment about something, and it's distracting you from that. That's
you won't know what you're going to find sometimes just by that that happenstance. You made a wrong turn and you're going down a street that you're not familiar with. Oh my gosh, but look, there's a little antique shop and it's got this thing that I've been looking for. It's right in the window. I never would have found it if I hadn't taken that wrong turn. So whenever opportunities come to you that are going to set you on a different path, be open to them.
Absolutely.
Be inclusive of all the things that are coming your way, and be willing to look at it. Be willing to look at it. My sister, when we were both much younger, she went to university, and she too has an English degree. And I said, okay, what are you going to do with your degree? And she said, nothing. It was an end in and of itself. I just wanted to take the classes.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Okay.
Fabulous. Fabulous. There was no expectation. Now I'll tell you that the work that she's doing now, she is very much using that degree, but she is happier than she has ever been.
But it's just pretty interesting that no matter what courses you take or education you get, you end up using it in some way, shape, or form. There's a reason why.
Yes.
There is a reason why.
Yes.
It's pretty interesting. I love that. I love that. And I just think, this inclusivity energy is coming out for all of us so that we will, no matter what happens, that we don't shut down, that we always keep ourselves open and embrace our tribe, embrace our soul group, soul family, because it'll just help us through a lot of things. Even if we don't talk about it with them, it's still going to assist us all to move through everything energetically as a group. It can be very powerful. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just like the Shine Your Light events are going to be and have been big catalysts for moving everyone forward.
Yes.
And it just, this month you didn't have one, and that's great. That's fine. Everybody's out on vacation and whatnot. It's hard to track anybody down. But
exactly. And I love the interaction, because this isn't just my event.
Yeah.
I just happen to be the facilitator of the event. The event itself is all the other people with their skills that come in and share their skills, share their wisdom. We all learn from each other.
Yeah.
I just happen to be the like I say, the facilitator. Yeah. It doesn't belong to me. It belongs to everyone. And it is such an uplifting thing that, the energy when we are all done with the event, I vibrate with it for a couple days, because it is just so powerful when we do things with intention.
Yeah. And you're anchoring the whole event. So the energy of you opening up as a conduit to hold this space for this event is Jai Narmi. Let's just say. So of course you would feel the impact dramatically, and that it stays with you for a few days is completely understandable. Absolutely. It totally would be that way. And that also shows you it's almost like being there and activating for 4 hours worth of
Yes, absolutely.
Think of it like that.
Being open to the inclusivity of everyone that comes in, everyone that shares that energy. It multiplies.
It does.
It multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. And it's fabulous.
It is.
So keep that higher perspective on things. Know that whatever it is that you are saying yes to today, it's not something that has got to be, cast in cement.
Absolutely.
You come in with a group of people, you share things, you learn things, you grow from it. And then when you're done growing from it, you're not being disrespectful.
Going on. It's just time. Yeah. It's just a natural thing that happens. Whether you're going to another group or you're going to be doing something on your own for a while, it doesn't matter. It's okay. And you have to know, when you've gotten all the juice out of something. That's how I like to say it like that. It's like when I was taking trips to Mount Shasta, like 2 times a month, I would drive up and I'd feel the energy radiating over the hill. And then I'd see Mount Shasta, and I'd just, that's when I was living in California. And I felt that energy so powerfully. And then after 2 years, I just started to realize I had sucked every last drop down, and I was at that energy.
Yes.
I don't know if it was I was at that energy level or it wasn't the same anymore.
Yes.
I didn't have that same, so it was time. It was time. My trip, I didn't have to make that trip anymore. So that's how you know when the energy shifts, and you don't feel like you're getting that kind of charge or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty interesting, but you can definitely tell when it's time.
And I can liken it to, as parents, we teach our children, we raise our children, we give them opportunities to test their limits, to learn new things. And we don't teach them those things because our goal is to always keep them with us.
That's true.
Teach them so that they can see their own wings, so that they can learn to fly, that they can share what we have taught them with others. It doesn't mean that at that point we say, okay, my job here is done. Bye. See you later. They always return back to us. But there is that unbridled joy when we see them, kind of flex their own wings and do their own thing.
Absolutely.
And share that knowledge. It's like, I did a good job. Yes, I did. Right. So,
and thank you, Lee. Lee's saying we're both so generous. That's so sweet, Lee. Thank you so much.
Yes, Warrior Widow says, no, mine must live in my pocket and stay little. Yes. Yes.
Well, mine are 50 years old is a little too grown up to be in my pocket. But
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
My grandkids are all they're my youngest grandchild is 20, so
yeah. But I
19. The youngest one will be 20 in September, so or November rather. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, mine are tall too. Warrior Widow, tall. I have to look up. I'm like a midget to them.
Yes.
5'3". I'm like,
yes.
And after but
yeah. And my baby is 43 years old, and when if I need to give him a lecture about something, I wait until he comes through the door, because you have to walk up to get into the living room, and I stand at the top. That way I could
that's what
you didn't do
you can have a tall stature and
and my voice always diminishes as he walks up the stairs, because there is that point where we're eye to eye, and then he takes that one more step and I'm looking up. So I talk fast.
And you talk fast. No, I mean he's sweet, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, he is. He is. I did a good job raising a lovely human being who teaches me things every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah. Laura Hammond Davis had you pegged at least 5'6". Yeah.
People think that, and I'm like, I started out 5'4", folks, and from like 50 to now, I'm an inch shorter. So.
Well, it's all the showers and baths and all that, Yes.
Because I'm 5'3", everyone. So that's pretty short. Yes. Most everyone's longer than long hair, maybe. Maybe the long hair makes me look tall.
Yes. We'll go with
that.
Yeah,
so
we'll go with it. Yes.
Yeah. So, I have to say, kids are definitely one of the greatest pleasures of our life. There's no doubt about that. And to raise beautiful, respectful, and loving children is just an honor and a pleasure to have done that. And I'm sorry, but I kind of go, my work is done after. I really do. Because, I mean, and don't get me wrong, my son calls me for advice and whatnot still.
Of course.
Because I'm his mom.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't get
and
involved.
I think they do that because they realize that we have brought them up with no boundaries and with no judgment.
Yeah.
Right? You can approach me with absolutely anything, and I'm going to hear you. I'm going to listen to you. We're going to have a discussion.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge you.
Yeah, I've never judged my son.
No.
So he's never been afraid to come approach
Yes.
me and talk about anything.
Yes.
And that is so important, not to create that barrier between you and your children. That is that they are individual human souls on their journey. And for you to put a judgment of anything on anything they're doing really creates the atmosphere of them being wrong. And this is not something you want to foster in your child. You want to foster the fact that they are experiencing life and they're learning from everything. And you're just going to listen to them. And maybe, if they ask you questions, you're going to guide them a little, but you're never going to tell them what to do. And you're never going to judge them in that way. From like the teenage years on, you might say, if your friends stand on a bridge and jump over, are you going to do it too? Yeah, you might say that occasionally.
Yeah,
just to point it out.
Yeah, and how we raise our children, how we interact with our children is the same as how we interact with our community.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's what brings that joy and light into our lives.
Yeah.
Is that we are truly non-judgmental.
Yeah.
I may not appreciate and agree with a path that you have taken.
Yeah.
But that's not a judgment call on my part.
Yeah.
Right? I may disagree with the action, but I still love the person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It may not be a choice you would make.
Yes.
That's what I would say if I had my child and they were going down some road.
Yeah.
And I would say something like, how's that working for you?
Yeah.
Because maybe it's not working so well. You're not, they don't have to get in resistance from you. You're allowing them to discover on their own what it is. Yeah.
And they are designing their own lessons. They are learning things on their own journey. Yeah. And sometimes, we tend to forget that the people we care about, the people that are part of our community, the people that we interact with, they are on their own individual journeys. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that journey is.
Yeah, so exactly.
I support you in whatever it is that you're doing, because it's not my journey, it's yours.
That's right.
It's yours. I will applaud you every step of the way, whatever it is that you're doing.
Absolutely. Now, we're not talking about like little elementary school age children who have their brain isn't fully formed. Well, boys until they're 25, I think their brains are still forming. But I'm just saying, what we're talking about and what age groups and especially adult children. Mm-hmm. But as your child is growing up and they're in the teenage years and they're exploring who they are and they're taking steps on their own out into the world, seeking their own identity, you're there not to judge and to just be a support, because they're going to go through some things, because they do. I mean, that's what we do when we're that age. It's a rite of passage. So all of you, I know you love your children, and give them the space to be who they really are, without let's not put our own imprint on them other than love and care. And
yes,
we can imprint love and care.
on
And,
everyone.
you know,
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely.
On everyone, situations, whatever it might be. And
Yeah,
just work on one step at a time, taking steps forward, be part of a community.
yeah.
Don't forget to do things that bring joy into your life, and you determine what that joy is.
Absolutely,
Right?
absolutely.
It's not the same for everyone, but whatever it is your bliss, go for it. Do it. Just
Absolutely.
do it. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone.
No,
You know, yeah.
you
Yes.
really don't. You really don't. You're not beholden to anyone
No.
for what you want to do for a living or whatever you want to do as you get older. And our
Yes.
parents raised us in a certain way and may have saw us in a certain mold,
Yes.
cast us in a certain way, but you're not beholden to that. You really break out of that kind of family icon, and you are your authentic self by, say, 40 on. You become yourself, your authentic self, and do what you need to do, whatever that is. And it's individual, you know. And I want to take this time to ask you, Marina, do you have anything coming up on your channel that you want people to know about?
Well, later on this evening at 7 p.m., I'll be hosting the Golden Girls. And we're going to have a special guest who is going to join us, and that will be Judy from Judy's Healing Fire.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's going to be an interesting show, I'm sure, because we've got someone with a new perspective on things.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
that will be fun. And the Achieving Union course starts tomorrow, and that involves, if you're signed up, you get an email from me, and that will be fun. And then tomorrow, and it's actually at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, that Allie is going to be joining me for Story in the Cards.
Ooh.
She was traveling last week, and so we had to change the time up a little bit because she's on the East Coast.
Yep.
So that is going to be a lot of fun. And that's kind of the big what's happening this week. I will over the weekend, I will be putting up let me see. I will be putting up my schedule either Saturday or Sunday for what I'm up to and what I'll be doing.
Wonderful.
So go check out the posts on YouTube. Go over to my new and improved website, marinacentertarot.com. Take a look at what's on offer there, the classes, book yourself in for a reading, explore things that are on there. I do have membership on the webpage.
Yes.
So take a look at that and what's involved. And just go over there and just take a look. Let me know. What do you think? Let Val know what you think.
Yeah,
Work.
Marina says I sprinkled fairy dust on it.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She took it from, hey, interesting website to, blessed by the angels. Yes. Yeah.
So, of course, you have to run to check that out. That's
Yes.
marinasheartcenteredtarot.com.
Yes.
Absolutely. Please check that out.
Totally. That would be absolutely fabulous if you did that. And before we end the show, what have you got going on?
Oh, well, first of all, I do want to say thank you to Sue Toffee for her beautiful donation. Thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely. Thank you, Sue.
And yeah, I appreciate that so much. And I just want to say, let's see, Monday, no, not Monday, Wednesday, August 6th, I am going to have Arthur on my channel at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Check that out. Bring your questions, of course, as always. No political, though. only personal, spiritual, that genre. And just the normal things. But don't forget, sign up for the 8/8 Trinity of Divine Embodiment Activations on dragonflycrystals.store, and also the Psychic Mediumship class series with Ali and I at dragonflycrystals.store. Sign up and join our memberships. You can join both Marina and I on both of our memberships, because you will just be, your spirituality and brains will be popping out of your
Absolutely.
You're going to be so exposed. No, you're going to love it, because it's our beautiful communities where you have a lot of like-minded people, and really you learn a lot from being in those groups by vibing in that same energy. What can I say? It really creates a very important community, and you get a lot of your answers just from hearing other people's questions answered by their guides and angels as you're channeling through. So that's all I got, and I want to thank all of you for having been with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, all of you. I appreciate you so much, and I know Marina does. And Marina, thank you as always for being my co-pilot on this series, because I wouldn't do it with anyone else.
Exactly. Me too. Me too. So
thank you, everyone. And we'll say goodbye for now. It'll be on Marina's channel next week for episode 138.
138.
So see you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.